We have to look at Damon Dash. We have to look at Suge Knight. We have to look at Irv Gotti. And we have to look at Jay Prince. These four gentlemen that got together and was going to put up $30 million apiece to get and create their own distribution company to distribute black music. All in 1 week, they raided the offices of these four brothers. I'm going to say them again. Damon Dash, Suge Knight, Irv Gotti, and Jay Prince out of Texas. They raided, FBI raided their offices and confiscated their records and started piecing together cases against these brothers.
And Biggs is in jail. I know Irv Gotti's been harassed for years over shit he didn't do. I know they've been fucking with me for years. Right, my man's in jail for 3 years over weed. You know, the feds is really on me. It's not like they not. There I am being politically correct because I'm scared.
Okay.
You understand? That's fear. I'm on record saying, like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. All I know is my man's in jail. All I know is my other man that was with me got fucking a money laundering charge, some old stupid shit. Everybody know Irv's not a criminal. This shit is real, man.
And that's interesting because around this time was also when you were trying to do a distribution label with Suge Knight and Irv Gotti.
Yeah. Contemplating doing the first black-owned distribution company. And, you know, all of us was being hit up around the same time. So we understand what happened with Irv, them, and Suge, and the last man standing.
Speaking of that a little bit, Special Agent Jack Schumacher, he was leading an investigation against you, and he killed 6 people in the line of duty, all of which he was investigating. Did you think they put him on your case to take you out?
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And I think the number is 8 instead of 6.
It was 8? Oh, damn.
Yeah. So, you know, this was a hitman. I don't know no better way to characterize this guy other than hitman, but they chose him and the agent Chad Scott, who is presently, I think he's been indicted on 13 cases. They put both of these guys on me to wipe me out, you know what I mean, to destroy me, to destroy Rap-A-Lot. And I definitely felt like, you know, it was a hit. And I say that because, you know, one night I left my company, Rap-A-Lot, and a DPS agent pulled behind me. And it was the first time that I ever been stopped one time and told to go to another destination to stop again. But this other spot they wanted me to go to was dark. You know what I mean? It's like in a McDonald's parking lot, but deep in the McDonald's parking lot. And it was dark. And I saw 2 cars over there. So, you know, I had homies following me because they sent several threats to me about what they was gonna do to me. These was so-called gangster agents. And they let it be known, you know, they had jumped on a few of my guys, took jewelry, you know what I mean, money. You know, they was doing a lot of scandalous things. So as I pulled over and I looked in that parking lot, shit, I'm not pulling in that parking lot. So I pointed, I'm gonna go over here to this service station. Pull fucking over on the loudspeaker he told me. I said, no, I'm gonna go across here. So I went across the Shell service station and the officer got out the car and was like, you were swerving. I said, what's the problem, officer? I say, no, I wasn't doing no swerving. Why you didn't pull over where I told you to pull over? I say, sir, I didn't want you to think I was trying to hurt you in that dark, and I didn't want to think you was trying to hurt me. What's the problem? You was swerving. I said, no, you got the wrong man. I don't drink. I don't even smoke. I wasn't swerving. At that time, he asked me, where your guns? I say, my guns is under my seat. I say, my hands is on the steering wheel. What would you like me to do? How much money you have in your pocket? Say, you need some money or something? Why you asking me about my money? So I got out the car, right? And to make a long story short, you know, I'm watching his eyes, so I see him looking over at these guys. And I think some kind of move was made because one of the guys, Chad Scott, pulled over and the man had like football paint on his eyes and an army fatigue suit, you know what I mean? He whispered something in his ear. And at that point, you know, they decided to give me a warning ticket. But when I got home, my bullets, a few of my bullets was missing out of my gun because he searched my car, right? And I went home and thought, like, I don't know what they was trying to do to me in that dog, but it wasn't good. You know what I mean? And that was before I hired an investigator to investigate Schumacher. After the fact of hiring an investigator and investigating him, that's when the information came out. This man been killing people. We interviewed his lieutenant. The lieutenant said he never trusted him. This was a retired lieutenant. I never trusted him. The murders that he committed was always questionable. But the guys that he killed couldn't talk. So all I could see was myself being in that situation. And with me having weapons, bam, he reached for a weapon. You know what I mean? So over a decade later, now the very DEA agents, FBI agents reaching out to me to assist them with their own. You know what I mean? And it's an interesting thing.
Whatever happened to that agent?
Well, one of them got reprimanded at the time because when they went to his office, they found a Rap-A-Lot piece in his desk. The other one got put on a desk job, and ultimately they moved both of them out of Houston because they didn't want us to run into one another. Because what I'd done was I went to Washington, D.C., and I wanted to document that I was in fear of my life. You know what I mean? And I wanted to do that for a reason. I'm not going to allow a man to just kill me and not defend myself. So I put them on notice. Y'all got a hitman out here that's trying to do me. Don't be mad if I come out on top. You know what I mean? So that was documented.
So the duty of the FBI is to make sure that black people do not progress in this country. Is to make sure that there's violence and bloodshed in our community. To make sure that we do not prosper. That's the duty of the FBI today. And until we address that and get rid of that problem, then there will always be violence in the black community because it's instigated by FBI agents, by DEA agents, by your local PD, by the ATF, the CIA. All the alphabets are joined in brotherhood and sisterhood in destroying the black community. How can we have trust in a police force that has informants in our community spying on us and doing the most crimes and doing the most murders because they can get away with it? That's what they're planted there to do, to keep destruction within our community, to make sure that blacks don't leave the plantation. So there's been a changing of the guard within the FBI, and we need to make sure that this new FBI works for the people and not against the people, because it's a time for truth and it's definitely a time for change.
For the last, the incident involving the 65-year-old grandmother is under investigation.
Enter the chamber of gods. Resurrect your lost thoughts. I'm the aboriginal boss. I toss those who oppose me. Won't be my enemy. Chaotic energies feeling the real blue-black steel that's building industries, solving the mysteries hidden within our histories. Freedom of thought is the focal point of my ministries. Trumpets blast, masses arise to the rhythm, awaken the sleeping giant. The prophecy is delivered. Birth of a nation incubated for centuries. Black butterflies sail across the dunes to get with me. Stand with the dignity of kings and queens to teach a righteous education, cultivating our seeds. I can feel ancestors walking with me, and when I'm speaking from my heart, I feel them talking through me. They say that it's gonna be a battle. We don't need to bust. The Holy Spirit's declared war, and they're fighting for us. You know the time has arrived because the karma won't cease, and the truth has emerged to bring its freedom.